All right, so let's talk about universal healthcare. All right, I try to do the vlog, and you know what it is. I end up rambling on. So I'm gonna try my best to not to get you to click off this video and hear me out, because that's the part. So usually I like to do things like live and raw and uncut, unedited, because I'm very bad. Not that I'm bad with editing. I don't like editing. And like no one really. Some people actually like it, but I don't like it. But I'm gonna try my best to get to the key points, talk fast without like wasting too much of your time. But universal healthcare, here's the thing. With all that's going on with the healthcare and then the reform, repeal, replacing of the Obamacare, Bernie Sanders is big on universal healthcare. And I think, to me personally, I think universal healthcare is the best. And this is coming from someone who actually has their employer. My company actually pays. A lot of private companies don't pay for people's healthcare. Mine actually does pay for my healthcare. Now, granted, they don't pay us too much, so at the end of the day, it probably evens out. But it's good to know that they actually pay it. And so, and this is the thing, some people actually have to pay for their own health insurance. And granted, if you pay for your own through a company, and if you're paying for it through the company, it's like, it could be expensive. But imagine those whose company don't offer it, and they have to get their own health insurance plan on their own. That's like, who knows how much the money is, but it could be very expensive. Universal healthcare, everybody wins. Everybody's covered. Now, they're gonna tell you the bad thing. Because granted, look, it's in Canada, it's in Australia, and most European countries, and it's working. Now, the only problem I hear about it, because I'm gonna give you two sides. I'm not gonna just be one way with it. The problem with it is that they say it's long wait time in the hospital, which I can understand why. Here's the reason why I can understand without even doing any research. Just think about it. If everyone's covered, everybody's gonna get seen by the doctor, opposed to like here, where if there's a medical emergency and you go to, they're not gonna say, oh no, ambulance not gonna say, oh no, do you have heart insurance? Oh, we're not gonna pick you up. No, they're gonna pick you up. They're gonna take you to the hospital, and if it's an urgency, they'll stabilize you. The best word to put is stabilize. They'll stabilize you, but if it's something that you need surgery for or treatment for, you won't get treated. You won't they won't perform that surgery. They will just perform enough to stabilize you. After that, you're on your own if you don't have health insurance. And you got to pay the bill. You still got to pay that bill. Granted, a lot of people who don't have it, they end up not paying that bill, that original bill to stabilize you, but still. So now everyone will get treated, not only stabilized, but will get treated and pay for the surgery, the medication, all the equipment, everything will be paid for by the government. So this is why their wait times are a bit longer, because everyone's getting treated. It's not like, it's like you have a pet, right? And you have an option. Look, this is a $2,000 little surgery we can do for your pet, and there's no guarantee. And you have to make a life decision. Do I do it and risk, there's 50-50 chance he might make it? Or do I not do it and then most likely he won't make it, but I can't afford it. So it's like a financial burden. And, as a pet owner, they have to make a decision, and it's hard to make that decision. It's like, you want to just pay it and try, because at least you make that attempt. And even though it's expensive, at least in your mind, you tried. So with this universal healthcare for humans, and I don't know why I threw that pet example, but it's kind of like the reality of it. It's like people have to make that decision, or they have to do the surgery, but they can't afford it. It's like chemotherapy or whatever. There's probably a better operation, but it's more expensive. So you're going to go with the cheaper operation. Well, here, everyone's covered. So obviously there's going to be more wait time. But instead of tackling, there's more wait times, there's long wait times, how about you tackle the problem? I don't want to hear, there's long wait time. Okay, fine, there is long. There might be a little bit of long wait time. But guess what? We have a long wait time here in the States too. So instead of telling me there's long wait times, I want you to tell me, what can we do to fix that long wait time? Do we have to build more hospitals? Do we have to hire more staff? What can we do to tackle that problem? Don't tell me the problem. Tell me what we can do to fix the problem. Now, that's the problem with universal healthcare. But it's a small problem. It's a big problem, but it's something that can be fixed. Now, the good, everyone's covered. Okay, a little bad thing is that your taxes, they have to fund it, right? Now, I personally would say, well, instead of funding our military with the biggest spending, You know, think of how much it would cost to do universal health care. Then think about how much they spend on military. You're going to be shocked and say, wow, you really want to pay that much on defense? I mean, I get why we need defense, but how much you want to, think about how much we spend on defense compared to how much Canada's spending on defense. Canada's doing fine, and, I mean, granted, look, I don't want to be one way with it. Granted, I know Canada and a lot of other countries who don't pay much of defense. The reason why is because the U.S. is going to back them. It's going to protect them. So if the U.S. defunds their defense, I mean, they still have a big army, a big defense, but then who's going to protect the U.S.? So I get it. But going back to the healthcare part, I would say defund some of the other stuff like military and other things, and then use that to pay the money. But if we must raise taxes, I'm sure the tax should be raised just enough where it's not a financial burden on everybody, and it gets everybody covered. So if you pay for your health insurance, then whatever the taxes go up, I'm sure it'll be cheaper than what you are paying for health insurance. Now, those who like me, who are getting free health because my company is paying for it, then it's kind of like, okay, maybe there's a way that the company say, okay, since you're getting it free and we're not paying for it, we'll give you a pay raise. I don't know. It should work its way, I'm sure. It's a small company we have, so our bosses, I'm pretty sure they're pretty good with that. Most companies should do that. It's the right thing to do. Now, if everyone's covered, to me, it's like worry-free. You watch Michael Moore's movie, and it's just, to me, after watching that movie, I mean, it may be a one-way movie, but to me, after watching it, it makes me like, I understand that. I think universal healthcare is the best. Now, reasons why it might not happen. First of all, you need somebody like Bernie in there who could vouch for it. And then once Bernie's in there, there's still no guarantee. They got to pass through Congress. Now, I'm sure all the Democrats will vote for it, but the Republicans might not. And this is why I don't expect Trump to make universal health care. Now, here's the thing. Reason why Republicans may not is because that's just what it is. Then Michael Moore's movie, how they buy all politicians and this and that, and so it's like, okay, I think that the best way is to raise taxes a little bit, or military, but that would be enough to cover it. Now, I don't want to go into it any longer because already 7 minutes is too long. I probably could have said things better to make it a little bit shorter. But to me, universal health care is the best, and the problems with it could be fixed. If there was to be problems, it would be the long wait time and how to fund it, and they could figure it out. So anyway, that won't happen with a Republican president, but I'm sure when Bernie gets elected, if he gets elected, we need somebody like him to fund it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.